Welcome, everybody, to another hotly anticipated contest here in the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. With Brock here, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room. Yeah. Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the performance in this game really matters.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. This is Jacory Kronsky-Merritt getting it for the first time. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's Daniels on second. Rolling left, buying some time. Okonkwo brings it in. And he takes this one up to the 41, so that makes a very manageable now 3rd and short. Daniels back to throw. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. It's going to bring around 4th down. All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Going for it with Kronsky-Merritt. And this is going to have them the 1st down. A little less than a yard, but they barely got that. It did get enough to keep them out there, though.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Commanders.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
1st and 10 from the 43. Throwing now, Daniels. Into the hands of his running back, Kronsky-Merritt. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock, it's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
On 2nd down, Daniels. Looked for a second like he had in Brock, but he just couldn't hang on. It was a good throw to fit it into double coverage, but too tough through that contact. 3rd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And to the ground it goes, so an incomplete pass brings us to 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Kronsky-Merritt gets it from the gun. Aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And it's going to be the former #1 pick, 11th year pro quarterback now, climbing the career leaderboards each and every week. Here's Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback. A guy that understands the timing and the precision I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
And they're going to have the first down. Nice chunk of yards there. Give him about 17 of them.
He was brought down by Nick Cross. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Lions.
Again, it's Gibbs. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock it behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long. Goff to the air now. And he's going to be taken down back across midfield at the 49. Odafe Owe. And it's going to be, oh my goodness, Brock, 4th and 25. The Lions ready for the punt. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. As the Commanders get set for another drive, let's take a look at Kelvin Shepard, the Lions defensive coordinator. Shepard actually played the last of his 8 NFL seasons as a linebacker in Detroit, rejoined the team as a coach just 3 years later, and rose to his current role in 2025. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Krosky Merritt to open the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. Nice run there on 1st down, Brock. Now this defense a little vulnerable ahead of his 2nd down play.
Sure is, and just kind of sets the table. Everything in that playbook is open to you. If you want to be a great...
To the races, middle of the field! Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown! Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But
Видите, simple here.
hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one's... They jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Lions nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Raheem Blackshear now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions offense headed back out, Brock. So let's take a look at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. He's in his first year here with the Lions, but fourth straight as an offensive coordinator in the NFC. He ran the Cardinals offense the last 3 seasons. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now a pitch to Gibbs. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And that's going to be the end of this drive. They aren't able to pick up the first, so we'll likely see the Lions punt team out now on 4th down. And they will have to boot it away in a little bit. We've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Landover right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. And on 4th down, they're about ready to punt. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Prosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Prosky-Merritt. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Daniels. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time. The big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
That one right down the middle. And they now lead by 14 points. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now gone. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Gone. Gets this one away in the nick of time, but the defense still quick enough to alter that throw. It's incomplete, and now it's 4th down. It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. Brings it in at the 12. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The Commanders and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Daniels. And they're going to get there and bring him down. That's just inside the 10-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson. Had 2 sacks a week ago. Now his first one here today.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
He's going to gain a good chunk of yards here. Looks like about 6. That still brings up 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions offense returning to the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially...
Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Commanders get to it first!
As a quarterback, you're really trying as best you can, Kate, to find those windows where your man's got some space after the catch, because the last thing you want to do is throw him into a big hit. Yeah, I know that fumble goes on the receiver's record, but that QB, he feels responsible.
And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16.
It's a gain of 33.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes the play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10, right up near that marker now.
Brings up 3rd down.
Running once again with Krosky-Merritt. He's going to be short of that goal line block, but not off the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead. Get what you need.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Krosky-Merritt is in. Touchdown, Washington. Carlson to tack on the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead now 21.
Makes the score. Commanders 21. Lions nothing.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Blackshear on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions get ready to return to the field. And things are really getting away from them, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
It's a gain of 10.
And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing is gone. And this is lofted deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Goff back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And it is 1st down, Detroit.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Lions
Goff
1st down.
delivers another one to Williams. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Now the Lions calling timeout. They're first.
The 47-yard
Coming off a 6-yard completion. Here's 2nd and 4. Goff setting the throw. And he's going to go down. He's dropping back on his own side at the 47. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Goff. That one's tipped and intercepted. Picked off. Trey Amos. And all the way back it goes. It's a Washington pick 6.
And there in Kate, right there, that's some of the danger of playing with desperation. You can't get every point back with one play, and that quarterback, well, he just learned a valuable lesson. Not only can you get not every point back, you just gave up 6 of your own.
Carlson now to add one more.
The point after.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that adds yet another to their lead.
Commanders 28, Lions nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Blackshear on the return. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Goff trying again here after the pick. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They get the big play just before half. 39 yards. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Shotgun snap here to Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of
Detroit
8.
calls timeout. It's second.
And 2.
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. From the gun, Goff. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this is another incompletion.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
4th down, Goff throwing. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to bring up a Commanders first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Washington.
Daniels setting up the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To throw, Daniels. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We on